8-bit to the future here to continue my 1-year extravaganza for the Nintendo Switch. Now, there's been a lot of great games that have come out for the Switch. Countless amount of games, exclusive, some third party, some independent games, but most of the games have been amazing. But let's be honest, there is a lot of crap on the system, and though I haven't been disappointed by much, I want to cover 3 games that disappointed me that came out in the first year for the Nintendo Switch. We're going to start off, these aren't in any order by the way, but we're going to start off with one of the first games announced, which is 1-2 Switch. Now, the biggest problem I have with this game that this was being sold as a full-priced game, and it just contains about 20 mini games. Some of them are quite good, but it does not have the longevity of Wii Sports Resort, even Wii Play, which was the worst version, basically, of Wii Sports, of the Wii series. It's way too expensive. Lots of the minigames feel really gimmicky, and unless this thing is priced at $20 max, I cannot suggest it. It was a disappointment, even though I didn't expect much from it to begin with. It is fun in a group setting, but again, you won't get much play ever by yourself, and once you play it once with a group of friends, you'll probably go to something like Mario Kart instead. So I highly recommend that you avoid this. Should have been a pack-in title, probably wouldn't have been as disappointed if it was a pack-in title. Next up is Super Bomberman R, another launch title, this one by Konami. I mean, you can't expect too much because the Bomberman formula doesn't change much, but boy, this game did not look good visually. Especially like on a next-gen console. I know the Switch can't do much, but it can do much better than this. The actual single-player game was extremely boring, really annoying voices for the characters. The multiplayer ended up like always coming down to the time limit because it was so hard to kill, especially the CPU. I don't know if this has been patched. I know they've added stuff with the patches. I can't suggest it at full price again. If this is, again, another $20 game, go for it. Bomberman, you could do much worse. But there's better versions of Bomberman. Bomberman 93 is probably the best version. Even the PS1 Bomberman games are much better. So I was highly disappointed by this one. And the last one I want to talk about, and might be the biggest surprise because I'm a huge Pokemon fan, is Pokken Tournament DX. Now, let me point out, there's nothing particularly wrong with this game. This game is a lot of fun. This version does add 5 new characters that wasn't in the original Wii U version. They were characters that were released in Japan for the arcade. I believe the Decidueye wasn't at all, so that's a brand new exclusive. They added with a patch 3-on-3 battles. And now they have paid DLC where you can get Blastoise and Aegislash, and I don't know if they're going to add anybody else and some new support Pokemon. I mean, that's all great, but it's basically the same game, and I do understand there's a lot of ports, but even with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it really feels like the definitive edition of that game. I don't know if with the 5 new Pokemon, if this really feels like the definitive edition. I've had a lot of fun with it. Again, it's still a good fighting game, but I was a little bit disappointed because I feel like it's going to be much longer now till we get a sequel to this, especially since they're working on a main RPG right now, Pokemon RPG. But overall, I got a good deal on it, so I'm not too disappointed. But really, for fighting games, there's not too much to go on. You do have Street Fighter 2, which was great, but again, an overpriced game, and that seems to be an issue in the first year with the Nintendo Switch, and I doubt that's going away since the game and the systems are selling like hotcakes. But those are just 3 of my most disappointing games that came out in the first year. Not necessarily bad games, just disappointed by them for a number of factors. I want to hear what games disappointed you on the Nintendo Switch in the first year, so please comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And please, everybody, game on.